What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to my live stream here for the 2016 Republican presidential candidates debate, the GOP debate. This is our discussion, so don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. These are the presidential Republican candidates right there. There they are. And basically, feel free to join in the discussion in the comments section down below. We got about another hour and a half left of the debate. So we're just listening right now, and basically you'll just be hearing my commentary on it. By the way, Donald Trump is totally winning this debate by a landslide, just to set the record straight, just to quote them. Those are the sorts of the people that are not claiming its majority. I also believe we need a fence. The problem is, if El Chapo builds a tunnel under the fence, we have to be able to deal with that too. And that's why you need an E-Verify system, and you need an entry-exit tracking system, and all sorts of other things to prevent illegal immigration. But I agree with the government case that just said, people are frustrated. This is the most generous country in the world when it comes to immigration. There are 1 million people here who legally immigrate to the United States. And people feel like we're being taken advantage of. We feel like despite our generosity, we are being taken advantage of. And let me tell you what never gets talked about in these debates. The people that call my office, who have been waiting for 15 years to come to the United States, and they paid their fees, and they hired a lawyer, and they can't get in, and they're wondering, maybe they should come illegally. And so these are important issues, and we should address it. It's a serious problem that needs to be addressed. It is a serious problem, but no one's going to do anything about it. That's the problem.
From 2002 till as recently as 2013, just 2 years ago, you supported comprehensive immigration reform, including a path to citizenship. Now you say that was a quick reaction to something you haven't really thought about, and that you've changed your mind. Other than politics, could you explain why in the last 2 years you've changed your position on a path to citizenship, and are there other past positions that we should be holding you to?
Chris actually said it at your show earlier this year. I announced it. I acknowledged it. I said, actually listen to the American people. I think people across America want a leader who's actually going to listen to them. I talked to border state governors and other elected officials. I looked at how this president, particularly through last November, messed up the immigration system in this country. Most importantly, I listened to the people of America.
I don't know, guys. I think Donald Trump has made the most sense out of the majority of these people thus far. In my opinion. But again, it's just my opinion.
Legal immigration system gives priority to American working families and wages.
Yes. And I have authored legislation, and the leader of our own party blocked a vote on case law. You know, there was reference made to our leaders being stupid. It's not a question of stupidity. It's that they don't want to enforce the immigration laws. That there are far too many in the Washington cartel that support amnesty. President Obama's talked about fundamentally transforming this country. There's 7 billion people across the face of the globe, many of whom want to come to this legally, great, but if they come illegally, and they get amnesty, that is how we fundamentally change this country. And it really is striking. A majority of the candidates on this stage have supported amnesty. I have never supported amnesty, and I led the fight against Chuck Schumer's candidate amnesty legislation in the Senate.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to switch topics now and talk a bit about terror and national security. Governor Christie, you've said that Senator Paul's opposition to the NSA's collection of phone records has made the United States weaker and more vulnerable, even going so far as to say that he should be called before Congress to answer for it if we should be hit by another terrorist attack. Do you really believe you can assign blame to Senator Paul just for opposing the bulk collection of people's phone records in the event of a terrorist attack?
Yes, I do. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm the only person on the stage who's actually filed applications.
Basically, Donald Trump
who have gone
was
before
asked
the
by
Foreign
an
Intelligence Service
interviewer who has prosecuted and
about
investigated and jailed
his
terrorists in this
outrages
country
on Twitter
after September
and him,
11th.
saying discouraging and terrible things about women for their looks, and he goes, "Oh no, I only mentioned it about Rosie O'Donnell and how she's a fat pig and this and that." And you know what? People are hating on Donald Trump pretty hardcore, but I gotta give the guy credit, man. He speaks his mind, he says what he has to say, and he doesn't care who judges him and who says anything about it. Let's put it that way, folks. It is what it is. You know, you gotta admire the guy for that. The fact that he doesn't care. You know, look at Chris Christie, look at Jeb Bush. These people are watching everything they say because they're afraid of speaking what the real truth is. And I'll tell you right now, that's a problem. Hit that thumbs up button if you're a fan of Donald Trump. Please subscribe for more updates.
More records from terrorists, but less records from innocent Americans. The Fourth Amendment was what we fought the revolution over. John Adams said it was the spark that led to our war for independence. And I'm proud standing for the Bill of Rights, and I will continue to stand for the Bill of Rights.
And Megan, that's a completely ridiculous answer. I want to collect more records from terrorists, but less records from other people. How are you supposed to know, man? How are you supposed to know? I'll tell you how you know. Let me tell you something. Listen, Senator, when you're sitting in a subcommittee just blowing hot air about this, you can say things like that. When you're responsible for protecting the lives of the American people, then what you need to do is to make sure that here's the problem, Governor. You fundamentally misunderstand the Bill of Rights. Every time you did a case, you got a warrant from a judge. I'm talking about searches without warrants, indiscriminately of all Americans' records, and that's what I fought to end. I don't trust President Obama with our records. I know you give him a big hug, and if you want to give him a big hug again, then let it.
Ho ho ho! Whoa!
And Senator Paul, the hugs that I remember are the hugs that I gave to the families who lost their people on September 11th. Those are the hugs I remember, and those had nothing to do with politics. Unlike what you're doing by cutting speeches on the floor of the Senate and putting them on the internet within a half an hour to raise money for your campaign, and while still putting our country at risk.
We have plenty where we want to get to.
And people are getting all fucking crazy right now. Jesus.
We're going to get to a Facebook questioner. His name is Alex Shalgren, and he has the following question.
My question is, how will the candidates stop the treacherous actions of ISIL, and its growing influence in the U.S. if they were to become president?
Senator Cruz, I want to talk to you about this because many of the Facebook users and the folks on Facebook wanted the candidates to speak to ISIS tonight. You asked the chairman of the Joint Chiefs a question. What would it take to destroy ISIS in 90 days? He told you ISIS will only be truly destroyed once they have rejected the populations in which they hide. And then you accused him of pushing Medicaid for the Iraqis. How would you destroy ISIS in 90 days?
Megan, we need a commander-in-chief that speaks the truth. We will not defeat radical Islamic.
Ted Cruz over here.
Willing to utter the words radical Islamic terrorism. When I asked General Jim Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, what would be required militarily to destroy ISIS, he said there is no military solution. We need to change.
This time we're going all the way.
Young men are not in poverty and susceptible to radicalization. That, with all due respect, is nonsense. It's the same answer the State Department gave, that we need to give them jobs. What we need is a commander-in-chief that makes clear. If you join ISIS, wage jihad on America.
Jihad.
You're signing your death warrant.
You don't see it as an ideological problem in addition to a military one.
Megan, of course it's an ideological problem. That's one of the reasons why I introduced the Expatriate Terrorist Act in the Senate that said if any American travels to the Middle East and joins ISIS, that he or she forfeits their citizenship, so they don't use a passport That's his ideological. And let me contrast President Obama, who had the
Man, Ted Cruz is really getting
essentially acted as an apologist.
attention of everybody over here.
Shows the courage that Egypt's President Al Sisi did. A Muslim
Al Sisi? I like Al Sisi.
who were threatening the world.
I remember when CC was in college. Let's hear what Jeb Bush has to say.
In this campaign, they struggled to answer a question about whether, knowing what we know now, we would have invaded Iraq.
I remember Megan.
And ISIL, of course, is now thriving there. You finally said no. To the families of those who died in that war, who say they literally...
Why don't we talk to ISIS and reason with them? Because they're very reasonable people.
Knowing what we know now, with faulty intelligence, not having first priority when we invaded, it was a mistake. I wouldn't have gone in.
It was a
The
mistake.
people that did lose their lives and the families that suffered because of it, I know this full well because as governor of the state of Florida, I called every one of them that I could find, to tell them that I was praying for them, that I cared about them, and it was really hard to do. And every one of them said that their child did not die in vain, or their wife or husband did not die in vain. And so why it was difficult for me to do it was based on that. Here's the lesson that we should take from this, which relates to this whole subject. Barack Obama became president, and he abandoned Iraq. He left, and when he left, Al-Qaeda was done for. ISIS was created because of the void that we left. And that void now exists as a caliphate the size of Indiana. To honor the people that died, we need to stop the Iran agreement for sure, because the Iranians have their blood on their hands, and we need to take out ISIS with every tool at our disposal.
Hey man, take them out. See what happens. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose?
Which Arab country already in the U.S.-led coalition has the potential to be our greatest partner?
What about additional ones? We need to focus on the ones we have. You look at Egypt, probably the best relationship we've had in Israel, at least in my lifetime. You look at the Saudi fact earlier this year, I met with Saudi leaders and leaders from the United Arab Emirates, and I asked them, what's the greatest challenge in the world today? Set aside the Iran.
Yeah, seriously, pass the popcorn, man.
We are leading from America's a great country. We need to stand up and start leading again. We have allies not just in Israel, but throughout the Persian Gulf.
Dr. Garcia. In one of his first acts as Commander-in-Chief, President Obama signed an executive order banning enhanced techniques in fighting terror. As president, would you bring back waterboarding?
Well, thank you, Megan. I wasn't sure I was going to get to talk again.
Fear not, you made a really good request.
You know, we do is our business. And I would like to say that
Ben Carson.
everybody what we're going to do.
Carson Daly's brother.
We've gotten into this mindset of fighting politically correct wars. There is no such thing as a politically correct
I agree.
war. And
There is no. You know what? Besides Donald Trump, this guy has said the most meaningful shit so far. Honestly.
And is we want to utilize the tremendous intellect that we have in the military to win wars. And I've talked to a lot of the generals.
I actually have the sound all the way up.
And believe me,
My speakers just really suck on my TV.
Commander-in-Chief does.
So I apologize about that. Oh, by the way, pick a flavor. Cherry, orange, and grape.
Is one of the things you call a disaster. Complete disaster. You're saying it needs to be repealed and replaced. Right. Now, 15 years ago, you called yourself a liberal on health care. You were for a single-payer system, a Canadian-style system. Why were you for that then, and why aren't you for it now? Well, first of all, I'd like to just go back to one in July of 2004. I came out strongly against the war with Iraq because it was going to destabilize the Middle East. I'm the only one on this stage that knew that and had the vision to say it, and that's exactly what happened. But I believe it became totally destabilized. So I just want to say,
Same thing.
it works in Canada. It works incredibly well in Scotland. It could have worked in a different age, which is the age you're talking about here. What I'd like to see is a system without the artificial lines around every state. I have a big company with thousands and thousands of employees, and if I'm negotiating in New York or in New Jersey or in California, the conflict wouldn't be there. Nobody can live. You know, because the insurance companies are making a fortune because they have control of the politicians, of course, with the exception of the politicians of this nation. But they have total control
Sherbert.
of the politicians. They're making a fortune. Get rid of the artificial lines, and you will have yourself great plans. And then we have to take care of the people that can't take care of themselves, and I will do that through a different system. And Mr. Trump, hold on one second. Newsflash, the Republican Party's been fighting against the single-payer system for a decade. So I think you're on the wrong side of this, and you're still arguing for a single-payer. I don't think you're hurting me. You're having a hard time for me. All right, ready? Mr. Trump, it's not just your past support for single-payer.
This is one of the funniest debates I've seen in a while. What did it say? What? Oh. You have them with you?
And you said recently, quote, when you give, they do
For
whatever
obvious
the hell
reasons.
you want them to do. You gotta believe it. So what's the decision they do?
Exactly.
If I ask them, if I need them, you know, most of the people on this stage I've given to, just so you understand, a lot of money.
No.
But you're welcome to give me a check, Ryan, and a plenty of actually, to be clear, that's right, not a Chris, not much. I have getting, I hope you will give to me. Good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me, Governor. I will tell you that our system is broken. I give to many people. Before 2 months ago, I was a businessman. I give to everybody. When they call, I give. And you know what? When I need something from them, 2 years later, 3 years later, I call them. They are there for me. So what, and that's a broken system. So what'd you get from Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi? Well, I'll tell you what. With Hillary Clinton, I'd say be at my wedding, and she came to my wedding. She had no choice because I gave. I gave to a foundation that, frankly, that foundation is supposed to do good. Her money would be used on private jets going all over the world. It was.
When stuff started getting personal, it cut his ass off real fast.
We should be talking about Hillary Clinton on that last subject, because everywhere in the world that Hillary Clinton touched was more messed up today than before she had. We had many questions. John Citriani asks this: will you abolish or take away the powers and cut the size of the EPA, the IRS, the Department of Education? Now, broadly, the size of government is a big concern for Facebook users, Facebook persons, as well as obviously conservatives. But year after year, decade after decade, there are promises from Republicans to shrink government. Year after year, decade after decade. It doesn't happen. In fact, it gets bigger.
Well, isn't Sherbert sort of dairy?
Politicians. So the question is, at this point, is the market for any person, even a Republican, to shrink? It's not too big to shrink. But the problem is we have a Wall Street, the Washington axis of power that is controlled by the donor class feeds the political class who does the dance that the donor class wants. And the result is federal government keeps getting bigger. Every person on this stage who's been a governor will tell you that the biggest fight they had was not the other party, wasn't even the legislature. It was the federal government, who continually put mandates on the states that we had to suck up and pay for. And the fact is, there are a lot of things happening at the federal level that are absolutely beyond the jurisdiction of the Constitution. This is power that should be shifted back to the states. Whether it's the EPA, there is no role at the federal level for the Department of Education.
Oh, whatever happened with that moth?
We can get rid of the Internal Revenue Service. You want a better before?
Yeah,
which is a tax on consumption.
Just watch it for it, and then get people to get it.
It's impossible to get it from the back wall.
Out there,
What I agree with is that we need a significantly changed taxation system. And the one that I is based on tithing because I think God's a pretty fair guy. And he said,
I like this guy, Ben Carson. He's just a nice, soft-spoken guy. Pretty level-headed.
You don't owe me triple tithes, and you have no, you don't owe me no tithes. So there must be something inherently fair about that. And that's why I've advocated a proportional tax system. You make $10 billion, you pay $1 billion. You make $10, you pay $1. And everybody.
Sometimes you get me saying that. Wow, he's very well spoken.
Who advocates for common core education standards, reading and math. A lot of people on this stage vigorously oppose a federal involvement in education.
Oh yeah, Trump totally owns Hillary. What's up, Kiki?
President Obama's Secretary of Education, Arnie Duncan, has said that
Well, Fred Kono, it's on regular TV, so put it on. I don't know why you're complaining.
Directly or indirectly, the creation of curriculum or content
What?
is clearly a state responsibility.
Talking about
Under higher standards,
fucking politicians who get the hell out of their
in an intellectually honest way, with abundant school choice, ending social promotion, and I know how to do this because as governor of the state of Florida, I created the first statewide voucher program in the country, the second statewide voucher program in the country, and the third statewide voucher program in the country. And we had rising student achievement across the board because high standards.
I'll take terrorism for 500. Terrorism for 500.
Is the way to go. And Florida's low-income kids had the greatest gains inside the country. Our graduation rate improved by 50%. That's what I'm for.
So, Rubio, why is Governor Bush wrong on common core? Well, first of all, I do believe in curriculum reform. It's critically important in the 21st century. We do need curriculum reform, and it should happen at the state and local level. That is where educational policy belongs. Because if a parent is unhappy with what their child is being taught in school, they can go to that local school board or their state legislature or their governor and get it changed. Here's the problem with Common Core: the Department of Education, federal agency, will never be satisfied. They will not stop with it being a suggestion.
It's true. They'll never be satisfied, ever.
You will always be behind, like, other countries.
Of course.
And they will use Common Core or any other programs that exist nationally to force it down the throats of our people in our states.
You agree with your old friend?
All these kids think ridiculous standards.
He's definitely my friend, and I think the states are
Of course.
these standards. And if states want to opt out of Common Core, fine. Just make sure your standards are high. Because today in America, a third of our kids, after we spend more per student than any country in the world other than a couple of rounding errors, to be honest with you, 30% are college and or career ready. If we are going to compete in this world we're in today, there's no possible way we can do it. With lowering expectations and dumbing down everything, children are going to suffer and families' hearts are going to be broken that their kids won't be able to get a job in the 21st century.
We have many more questions coming up.
Problem is, school's getting too difficult for kids. They don't give a shit anymore.
What would make you stand out as the best choice for the Republican nomination?
How do you intend to go about student loan reform? What will be the first thing you will do to stimulate economic growth in our country and bring more jobs to the United States?
Stop outsourcing to other countries for shit money. Stop giving away American jobs to other countries. You call American Airlines, you're calling India. You know what I mean? There's some irony to that. You know? I think everyone should have a job. Don't get me wrong. But stop taking jobs from Americans because it costs more money, you know? At least that's how I feel about it.
Issuing contradictory instructions, you insubordinate. I sound good. Because artists leave and access the show's hands.
We're speaking to the fire marshal and the building manager. They're going to come in and tell everyone to leave.
You explain to the fire marshal that we're in here changing the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Sailing through the heart of cities.
I wish I could turn up the sound, but that's as high as my TV goes.
You'll get closer to iconic landmarks.
Please note that this video is in compliance with YouTube's terms of service and is not to be considered spam, misleading, or commercially deceptive content. Thank you.
Spend less time getting there and more time being there. Viking refrigerators, exploring the world in comfort.
My iPhone would cost $2,000.
The Big August sale. A huge assortment of executive dress shirts and ties, plus stays.
But you know what, man? Honestly, whether you're spending $400 or $2,000, $400 is still too much money. So let's be honest. It really wouldn't even fucking matter. And you know what? People would spend the $2,000 anyway. That's how sick we are. To fit in and all that. Trust me.
Driving summer with exceptional offers in our full line. Lease the 7-seat Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month. Now through August 31st.
You can make Fridays endless apps last all night. But we can't make them last forever. So grab $10, some hungry friends, and dig in while they last. Endless apps make every day a happy Friday.
Let's get this party started. This is the story about a woman with big dreams. Mom, you're here. I have all my kids in my room. She regrets all the things that she missed in her kids' lives. They're all grown up now.
The same kids whose diapers she changed.
It's a fun movie. How did you meet the girl? So sexual. And it has something real. It's about the music. When it falls down and brings the rhythm and all the things of life.
The end is like straight into the
And it's just before 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Welcome back to Second Homes Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, and the very first Republican primary debate of the 2016 presidential campaign. 10 candidates on the stage, selected based on their standing in 5 national polls, and tonight they are facing off, answering the questions you want asked.
We hope. Wait, by the way, that moth was flying around while you were out. While you were in there. I don't know where it went now. I think it's on top of the refrigerator thing over there.
This is the first of the many rounds, and it's about somebody whose name probably hasn't been mentioned enough so far tonight.
It kept like bouncing around into that light in the corner. Yeah. Why, you see it?
You smack around she is on there. You suppress the rights of women and minorities. She wants to move the country forward while you, the Republicans, want to take the country back to the past. How would you answer that and take Hillary Clinton on?
Well, let's start off with my father being a mailman, so I understand the concerns of all the folks across this country, some of whom have trouble, making ends meet. But I think she will come in a narrow
John
way.
Kasich. Is it Kasich?
If they're
Yeah.
going to win, has got to come at it in a big way, which is pro-growth, which is balancing budgets. We were talking about it. People were saying, could we do it? I was the chairman of the budget committee and the lead architect the last time it happened in Washington. And when we did it, we had great action. We cut taxes, and we had a big surplus. Economic growth is the key. Economic growth is the key to everything.
Yeah, it's the key to everything, but no one does anything about it. So, you can talk all you want. It's not going to make a difference.
People in our minority community, that includes people who feel as though they don't have a chance to move up. America is a miracle country, and we have to restore the sense that the miracle will apply to you. Each and every one of the people in this country who's watching tonight, lift everybody, unite everybody, and build a stronger United States of America again. It will be and can be done.
I know that all of you would like to answer this question, but we're only going to ask one other candidate before we move on to a different subject. Dr. Carson, basically same question to you. If Hillary Clinton is the nominee and she comes at you with that kind of line of attack, how will you take the one?
If Hillary is the candidate, which I doubt, that would be a dream come true. But,
A dream come true.
She is the epitome of the secular progressive movement. And she counts on the fact that people are...
Everyone watching, type the number 1 if you guys have hit the thumbs up button. Type the number 2 if you haven't yet. Type the number 3 if you're subscribed to my channel already. Type the number 4 if you're not subscribed yet.
To understand that is that progressive movement that is causing them the problems. You know, you look at the national debt and how it's being driven up. If I was trying to destroy this country, what I would do is find a way to drive wedges between all the people, drive the debt to an unsustainable level.
I love wedges, man. Kidding me?
And let the enemies increase while we decrease our capacity as a military person, and that's what she's doing.
No, it's not over yet.
Economic growth and 19 million new jobs if you were fortunate enough to serve 2 terms as president. That many jobs, 19 million, would be triple what your father and your brother accomplished together. And 4% growth, the last president to average that was Lyndon Johnson during the height of the Vietnam question. How on earth, specifically, would you pull that off?
We've done it 27 times since World War II. I think we need to lift our spirits and have high, lofty expectations for this great country of ours. The new normal of 2% that the left
Jeb
is saying
Bush.
we can't do anything about is so dangerous for our country. There's 6 million people living in poverty today, more than when Barack Obama got...
Yeah, make sure everybody subscribes. Hit the subscribe button.
Most of whom want to work full-time. We've created rules and taxes
Very important.
on top of every aspiration of people, and the net result is we're not growing fast, income's not growing. 4% growth strategy means a convoluted tax code. You get in and you change every aspect of regulations that are job killers. You get rid of Obamacare and replace it with something that doesn't suppress wages and kill jobs. You embrace the energy revolution in our country. This president and Hillary Clinton, who can't even say she's for the Exxon pipeline even after she's left. Of course we're for it. We should be for these things to create high sustained economic growth. In fact, fixing our immigration system and turning it into an economic driver is part of this as well. We can do this.
Governor Walker, when you ran for Wisconsin back in 2010, you promised that you would...
Back in the 2010.
250,000 jobs in your first 4 years.
Yeah, sorry, Fred. I got a cold, and actually I'm kind of getting over the cold. So I apologize for that. Can I get you more audio? I wish I could. If you're an American, hit that thumbs up like button down below.
The voters in Wisconsin elected him last year for the 3rd time because they wanted someone who made high, not made low.
Scott Walker. He does a pretty good job with that comb over.
We more than made up for the jobs that were lost during the recession, and the rate which people are
Oh, KCK, that ain't right.
Nationally, people like Hillary Clinton think you grow the economy by going to Washington. One report last year showed that 6 of the top 10 wealthiest counties in America were in or around Washington, D.C. I think most of us in America understand that people, not the government, creates jobs. One of the best things we can do is get the government out of the way, repeal Obamacare, rein in all the out-of-control regulations, put in place an all-of-the-above energy policy, give people the education and skills that they need to succeed, and lower the tax rate, reform the tax code. That's what I'll do as president, just like I did in Wisconsin.
And you're not going to win.
I want to engage you and Governor Huckabee in a subject that is a big issue in both of your campaigns, and that is entitlement reform. You say that to save the system, you want to raise the retirement age, have to raise the retirement age, and to cut benefits for Social Security and Medicare. And you say that some of the candidates here on the stage are lying. Governor Huckabee says he can save Social Security and Medicare without doing any of that. Is he lying?
No, he's not lying. He's just wrong. I mean, so there's a difference. Listen, I'm the only guy on the stage who's put out a detailed 12-point plan on entitlement reform, and here's why. Because 71% of federal spending right now is on entitlements and debt service. 71%. And we have spent the last hour and 5 minutes talking about the other 29%. And no time on the 71%. And that makes no sense. Now, let me tell you exactly what we would do on Social Security. Yes, we'd raise the retirement age 2 years and phase it in over 25 years. That means we raise it 1 month a year for 25 years when we're all living longer and living better lives. Secondly, we would means test Social Security for those who are making over $200,000 a year in retirement income and about $4 to $5 million in liquid assets saved. They don't need that Social Security check. Social Security is meant to be to make sure that no one who's worked hard and played by the rules and paid into the system grows old in poverty in America. If we don't deal with this problem, it will bankrupt our country or lead to massive tax increases, neither one that we want in this country.
Stop fucking paying celebrities $40 million a year. Stop paying fucking athletes $50 million contracts.
Christie is talking about you breaking a promise to the American people. You say that you can keep those programs, save Social Security, save Medicare, without those kinds of reforms through a fair tax, which is a broad tax on consumption. Please explain to Governor Christie how that would work and how you could save these programs without the kind of painful reforms he says we need.
Let's all be reminded 60 million Americans are on Social Security. 60 million. People depend on 90% of their income from Social Security. Nobody in this country is on Social Security because they made the decision when they started work at 14 that they wanted to trust some of their money with the government. The government took it out of their check whether they wanted it to or not. And a person who goes to 65, they're going to spend 51 years with the government reaching into their pocket at every paycheck. Now here's the point. Whose fault is it that the system is screwed up? Is it the recipients or is it the government? And if Congress wants to mess with the retirement program, why don't we let them start by changing their retirement program and not have one, instead of talking about getting rid of Social Security and Medicare that was robbed of $700 billion to pay for Obamacare? It's always that the government figures that they can do this off the backs of people, many of whom are poor, and depend on that money. And I just think it's fundamentally lying to the people and stealing.
Remember, Caleb, this is a review.
30 seconds. Yeah, sure. I don't disagree with ending Congress's retirement program. I'm a governor. I don't have a retirement program in my state. I don't disagree with that. But here's the news. He's complaining about the lying and stealing. The lying and stealing has already occurred. The trust fund is filled with IOUs. We can't fix the problem just by entering Congress's retirement. That's worth about this much. We need to go with the fundamental problem. And the fundamental problem is that this system is broken. It has been stolen from. We have been lied to. We need a strong leader to tell the truth and fix it.
All right, this is 30 seconds final.
Well, you ask about how we funded. One of the reasons that Social Security is in so much trouble is the only funding stream comes from people who get a wage. The people who get wages is declining dramatically. Most of the income in this country is made by people at the top who get dividends and capital gains. The fair tax transforms the process by which we fund Social Security and Medicare, because the money paid at consumption is paid by everybody, including illegals, prostitutes, pimps, drug dealers, all the people who are free-running off the system now. That's why it ought to be a transformed system.
All right, enough.
Enough. As soon as he said prostitutes and pimps.
You're the person on this stage that wrote the economy. I want to ask you about your business record. Trump corporations, casinos and hotels have declared bankruptcy 4 times over the last quarter century. In 2011, you told Forbes magazine this: I've used the laws of the country to my advantage. But at the same time, financial experts involved in those bankruptcies say that lenders to your companies lost billions of dollars. Question, sir, with that record, why should we trust you to run the nation's business?
Because I have used the laws of this country, just like the greatest people that you read about every day in business have used the laws of this country, the chapter laws, to do a great job for my company, for myself, for my employees, for my family, etc. I have never gone bankrupt, by the way. I have never. But out of hundreds of deals, excuse me,
That's your line, but your company
what am I saying? Out of hundreds of deals that I've done, hundreds, on 4 occasions I've taken advantage of the laws of this country, like other people. I'm not going to name their names because I'm not going to embarrass, but virtually every person that you read about on the front page of the business sections that use the law. The difference is when somebody
everybody else uses those laws, nobody writes about it. When I use it, they say, oh, Trump. The fact is, I built a net worth of more than $10 billion. I have a great company. I employ thousands of people, and I'm very proud of the job I did. Again, Chris, hundreds and hundreds of deals. 4 times I've taken advantage of the laws, and frankly, so has everybody else in my position.
Well, sir, let's just talk about the latest example, which is Trump Entertainment Resorts, which went bankrupt in 2009. In that case alone, lenders to your company lost over $1 billion and more than 1,100 people were laid off.
Well,
Is that the way that
let
you
me
run the
tell you
country?
about the lenders. First of all, these lenders aren't babies. These are total killers. These are not the nice, sweet little people that you think, okay? You know, I mean, you're living in a world of the make-believe, Chris. You want to know
You're living in a world of
It
make-believe.
makes sense to leave Atlantic City, which, by the way, Caesars just went bankrupt. Every company, Chris can tell you, every company virtually in Atlantic City went bankrupt. Every company. And let me just tell you, I have the good sense, and I've gotten a lot of credit in the financial pages. 7 years ago, I left Atlantic City before it totally cratered, and I made a lot of money in Atlantic City, and I'm very proud of it. I want to tell you that. Very, very proud of it. So, by the way, this country right now owes $19 trillion, and they need somebody like me to straighten out that mess.
I hear you. It's a very mixed crowd.
Senator Rubio, more than 3,000 people sent us questions about the economy and jobs on Facebook. And here is a question from Tanya Siarco from Philadelphia. Here she is.
Please describe one action you would do to make the economic environment more favorable for small businesses and entrepreneurs and anyone dreaming of opening their own business.
That's a great question. Senator, how do you answer, Tanya?
That's a great question. First of all, it begins by having leaders that recognize that the economy we live in today is dramatically different from the one we had 5 years ago. It's an economy that now has placed us in global competition with dozens of other countries around the world. Now, the big companies that have connections with Washington, they can affect policies to help them. But the small companies, like the one Tanya's talking about, they're the ones that are struggling. The first thing we need to do is we need to even out the tax code for small businesses so that we lower their tax rate to 25%, just as we need to lower it for all businesses. We need to have a regulatory budget in America that limits the amount of regulations on our economy. We need to repeal and replace Obamacare. And we need to improve higher education so that people can have access to the skills they need for 21st century jobs. And last but not least, we need to repeal Dodd-Frank. It is eviscerating small businesses and small banks. Over 40% of small and mid-sized banks that loan money to small businesses have been wiped out since Dodd-Frank was passed. We need to repeal and replace Dodd-Frank. We need to make America fair again for all businesses, but especially those.
Wasn't that those folders that the girls used to have at school? Or was that Anne Frank? Or was that Lisa Frank?
Just yesterday, President Obama criticized Republican lawmakers trying to block the Iran deal, calling them knee-jerk partisans, adding that hardliners in Iran who chant death to America were, quote, making
Death to America.
with the Republican caucus. Here's what two of your opponents on the 5 p.m. debate stage said about Iran.
I will tell you one thing. I would a whole lot rather have Carly Fiorina over there doing our negotiation than John Kerry. Maybe we would have gotten a deal, but we didn't give everything away. But the issue for us is to have a Congress that stands up and says, not only no, but hell no to this money going to a regime that is going to use it for terror.
Regime?
Does not lead. The world is a dangerous and a tragic place. This is a bad deal. Obama.
Rubio does sound desperate.
Negotiation. Yes, our ally is not perfect, but Iran is at the heart.
I do cough pretty clearly. That's very true.
The Middle East through their proxy.
I want to ask a few of you this. First, Governor Walker.
I actually have my TV turned all the way up. Everyone watching, type 1 if you have hit that thumbs up like button. Type the number 2 if you haven't yet. Type the number 3 if you're subscribed to my channel. Type the number 4 if you're not subscribed to me yet. We got 67 people watching.
To me, you terminate the deal on day one. You reinstate the sanctions authorized by Congress. You go to Congress. Congress and put in place even more crippling sanctions in place, and then you convince our allies to do the same. This is not just bad with Iran, this is bad with ISIS. It is tied together, and once and for all, the leader is going to stand up and do something about it. It's yet another example of the failed foreign policy of the Obama-Clinton doctrine. Senator Paul, would you tear up the deal on day one?
I oppose the Iranian deal and will vote against it. I don't think that the president negotiated from a position of strength, but I don't immediately discount negotiations. I'm a Reagan conservative. Reagan did negotiate with the Soviets, but you have to negotiate from a position of strength, and I think President Obama gave away too much too early. If there's going to be a negotiation, you're going to have to believe somehow that the Iranians are going to comply. And I asked this question to John Kerry. I said, do you believe they're trustworthy? He said, no. And I said, well, how are we going to get them to comply? I would have never released the sanctions before there was consistent evidence of compliance. Governor Huckabee, what do you think about what Senator Paul just said?
Guys, everyone make sure you subscribe. It's free. It's free and it's beautiful. Because I'm free. Do it all alone. Any old time.
It has to do with the dangerous place that this world is going to be as a result of a deal in which we got nothing. We didn't even get 4 hostages out. We got nothing. And Iran gets everything they want. We said we would have anywhere, anytime.
Sorry, bro.
Inspections. We would get that. We said that we would make sure that they didn't have any nuclear capacity. We gave that up. But that just reinforces what we want. I'll tell you what really happened. Iran has a burgeoning nuclear power that didn't have the Soviets say we need the money within themselves and will. But the Iranians have said is we will let this thing at the base of the map, and we will bring that to America.
Why do you say that, Liberty, bro?
God, you ought to take them seriously, and we need to take that seriously. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, the first debate night of the 2016 presidential campaign continues from Cleveland after a short timeout. Stick around. Social issues next.
Just as a reminder, folks, please note that this video stream is in compliance with YouTube's terms of service and is not to be considered misleading, spam, or commercially deceptive content. Just wanted to put that out there. Thank you.
Get even bigger savings on your favorite brands during our August clearance event. Save up to 70% on clearance items, including suits, sport coats, dress shirts, shorts, tees, and more. Plus, find great sale prices on other favorites. Oh, and Men's Warehouse. The immigration debate
Should not be about the color of people's skin,
or their country of origin.
or where their grandparents were born.
The debate should be about the numbers. Should Congress give
Nope.
permits to 1 million new legal immigrants again this year?
When millions of Americans of all colors
National origins.
and religions are having trouble finding jobs.
Immigration. It's about the numbers.
Thank you, KCK. That was very nice of you.
Politicians stand on the numbers at numbersusa.com. Paid for by Numbers USA. When they told me that I had cancer, I felt like I got hit by a train. I did.
First thing he brought up, I did come across cancer treatment centers in America. I said, this place sounds awesome.
When I got to cancer treatment centers in America, I got great oncologists, also naturopath, nutritionist. They all work together as a team to come up with a treatment plan designed specifically for them.
Wayne was experiencing a lot of fatigue, so I was able to help him handle treatment a lot better. I was helping to improve his overall quality of life.
Are you a possessive? If you or someone who has complex or advanced stage cancer, visit cancercenter.com to view our treatment results and a list of insurance plans we've worked with.
I got new out of my life.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Care that never quits. Appointments available now.
Guns, healthcare, Mexicans.
Whoa, dogs are chicken.
No, we're not talking about the Republican debate. We're talking about documentary now.
Is that something Indian America? Chitara MCO. Jesus, wow. It's a family portrait of Nicholas. Wow, this is how people live. Really?
Fred Armisen, Bill Hader, and executive producer Seth Meyers bring you Documentary Now, a new story each week only on IFC. Tonight, live post-debate coverage. First, Megan breaks down the big event on the county file. Then, Sean scores the candidates on a can't-miss Hannity.
You want to make some deal? Best service in town? Okay. Deal with Tri-State Inn. Accurate questions.
Summer's here and the time is right. The best lease and financing agreements to fit your budget.
Thanks to our loyal friends like you, we're the #1 accurate dealer with Tri-State Inn.
Our parts and service department and showroom are open 7 days a week to fit your busy schedule. We have a high percentage of repeat and referred clients because we value your business.
Accurate Westchester, where we treat you like family.
Business is not really all about money. Business is about relationships. Business is about caring. Business is about delivering a great experience. If you really care and deliver a great experience, the rest will follow. However, unless you make the business into a brand, it will be difficult to grow. A brand must be genuine and have passion.
Hi, I'm Mark Franzoso and the brand Franzoso Contracting, celebrating 45 years of business. What can we rely on for you?
All right, guys, we're going to do about another 10, 15 minutes of the debate here. And then I'm going to sleep. I got to go Betty by.
Many Republicans have been outraged recently by a series of videos on Planned Parenthood. You now say that you support ending federal funding for this organization. However, until late 2014, right before you started your campaign, you sat on the board of a Bloomberg charity that quite publicly gave tens of millions of dollars to Planned Parenthood while you were a director. How could you not know about these well-publicized donations? And if you did know, how could you help a charity so openly committed to abortion rights?
I joined the Bloomberg Foundation because of Mike Bloomberg's shared commitment for meaningful education reform. That's why I was on.
Good old Jeb Bush.
We never had a debate about the budget. It was presented in my curriculum, item by item. Here's my record. As governor of the state of Florida, I defunded Planned Parenthood. I created a culture of life in our state. We were the only state to appropriate money for crisis pregnancy centers. We expanded dramatically the number of adoptions out of our foster care system. We did parental notification laws. We ended partial birth abortion. We did all of this, and we were the first state to do a choose life license plate. Now 29 states have done it.
Oh, come on! Wow, you made a license plate that said choose life. Wow, we're really making strides now. That thing is, that's basically as useless as a fucking bumper sticker. We make choose life bumper stickers. Isn't that wonderful?
From beginning to end. And I did this not just as it related to unborn babies, I did it at the end of life issues as well. This is something that goes way beyond politics. And I hope one day that we get to the point where we respect life in its fullest form across the board.
Senator Rubio, you favor a rape and incest exception to abortion bans. Colonel Timothy Dolan of New York just said yesterday those exceptions are dangerous. He said they discriminate against an entire class of human beings. If you believe that life begins at conception, as you say you do, how do you justify ending a life just because it begins violently through no fault of the baby?
Well, maybe, first of all, I'm not sure that that's a correct assessment of my record.
Guys, everyone make sure you subscribe, like, and share.
I've never advocated that. What I have advocated is that we pass a law in this country that says all human life, every stage of its development, is worthy of protection. In fact, I think that law already exists. It's called the Constitution of the United States.
Aren't you
I believe that every single human being is entitled to the protection of our laws, whether they can vote or not, whether they can speak or not, whether they can hire a lawyer or not, whether they have a birth certificate or not. And I think future generations will look back at this history of our country and call us barbarians for murdering millions of babies who we never gave them a chance to live.
Yes, when we have like really bad population problems.
worse than what it already is? They don't even consider the population issue at all.
Or the fact that then when these people put these kids up for adoption, most of them don't get adopted and they end up in fucking foster care and shit and have the worst life ever.
I know.
Like, yeah, that's a really great alternative.
These babies are being left at fucking firehouses and police stations and people's doorsteps.
All because you didn't let someone get an abortion.
It's bullshit.
So instead, you fuck the kid over for the rest of their lives. That's awesome.
It's what George Carlin said. If you're pre-born, you're okay. If you're preschool, you're fucked. It's the fucking truth, man.
And I said, if you let it run, that I hate the concept of abortion. I hate the concept of abortion. And then
So I can't stand behind any
very much involved. And what happened is friends of mine years ago were going to have a child, and it was going to be aborted. And it wasn't aborted, and that child today is a total superstar, a great, great child. And I saw that, and I saw other instances, and I am very say that I am pro-life. As far as being a Republican is concerned, I come from a place, New York City, which is virtually, I mean, it's almost exclusively Democrat. And I have really started to see some of the negatives. As an example, and I have a lot of liking for this man, but the last number of months of his brother's administration were a catastrophe, and unfortunately those few months gave us President Obama, and you can't be happy about that.
Ah! Man, he got a real golf clap on that one.
Your fellow candidates. A story appeared today quoting an anonymous GOP donor who said you called Mr. Trump a clown, a buffoon, something else that cannot be repeated on television.
None of which is true.
It true?
No, it's not true. But I have said that Mr. Trump's language is divisive. I want to win. I want one of these people here, or the ones at 5 o'clock, to be the next president of the United States. We're not going to win by doing what Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton do each and every day, dividing the country, saying we're creating a grievance kind of environment. We're going to win when we unite people with a hopeful, optimistic message. I have that message because I was a governor of a state that saw people lifted up because we had high sustained economic growth. Our economy grew at double the rate of the nation. We created 1.3 million jobs. We led the nation 7 out of those 8 years.
And we made bumper stickers and license plates that say pro-life. And we charged people an extra $50 for it.
You created an environment where everybody rises up. That's how we're going to win. Campaigning in places to give people hope that their life is better because too many people are suffering today in America.
Well, President Jim, I am very happy that you denied that, and I appreciate that very much. I mean, he's a true gentleman, he really is. One thing he did say about, and I mean that, the one thing he did say about me, however, was my tone. And I also understand that. But when you have people that are cutting Christians' heads off, when you have a world that...
Oh, why are we cutting Christians' heads off?
It's medieval times.
I knew a kid named Christian.
It's almost got to be as bad as it ever was in terms of the violence and the horror. We don't have time for tone. We have to go out and get the job done.
Subject of gay marriage.
Oh, here we go. The subject of gay marriage. This should be interesting.
How would you explain to them your opposition to same-sex marriage?
Who cares? Just leave the people alone. And who has less abortions than gay people? They should be embracing that. No abortions. They're all anti-life.
Because somebody doesn't think the way I do, doesn't mean that I can't care about them or I can't love them. So,
Can't love them.
if my daughters happen to be that, of course I would love them and I would accept them. Because you know what? That's what we're taught when we have strong faith. So, it's just like that.
I'm sure.
Are planted to divide us. I think the simple fact of the matter is, and this is where I would agree with Jeff, and I've been saying it all along, we need to give everybody a chance, treat everybody with respect, and let them share in this great American dream that we have, Megan. So, look, I'm going to love my daughters. I'm going to love
The American dream only exists when you're asleep. Did you ever hear that expression? The American dream only exists when you're asleep. Michael J. Fox?
prosecuted for speaking out against gay marriage? And will Christians be forced to conduct business that conflicts with their religious beliefs?
Oh, I thought it was Michael J. Fox. About to say, that's right. You listen to Michael J. Fox.
And if people have an opinion, it's a religious opinion that is heartily felt, obviously they should be allowed to practice that, and no government should interfere with that. One of the things,
When Michael J. Fox speaks, you listen. Guys, everyone make sure you subscribe.
actually trying to get the sermons administered. When the government tries to invade the church to enforce its own opinion on marriage, that's when it's time to resist.
Many in the Black Lives Matter movement and beyond believe that overly aggressive police officers targeting non-African Americans is the civil rights issue of our time. Do you agree? If so, how do you plan to address it? If not, why not?
Well, I think the most important thing we can do when it comes to policing is something you've had against who's a friend of mine, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark, who's talked to me many times about this in the past. It's about training. It's about making sure that law enforcement professionals, not only on the way in to their positions, but all the way through their time, have the proper training, particularly when it comes to use of force, and that we protect and stand up and support those men and women who are doing their jobs in law enforcement. And for the very few that don't, that there are consequences to show that we treat everyone the same here in America.
Thank you.
Coming up more about the day questions about President Obama's foreign policy and these guys and their.
Well, anyway, folks, we're getting ready over here to finish up. There's still like another 28 minutes of the debate, but I gotta start getting ready to go to sleep over here because I'm a hard-working American that wakes up at 5:45 in the morning, and I work 7 to 4 in the fields, picking up dirt and digging ditches because I dropped out of middle school. That's what I do for a living. I work hard for my money. And then we got NWA over here, straight out of Compton. Because, you know, when people watch the debate, they want to know about the NWA. But anyway, folks, type the number 1 if you have hit that like, thumbs up button. Type the number 2 if you have not done that yet. Type the number 3 if you're subscribed to my channel already. And type yet. And that's really all I got to say, folks. I appreciate all of your time, you know. I appreciate you coming to hang out. It's been a great experience. You know, I'm going to be telling my grandkids about this time. And also, please note that this video is in compliance with YouTube's terms of service and is not to be considered misleading, spam, or commercially deceptive content. This is merely a review and my commentary on the 2016 Republican GOP debate. So I just want to thank you all for watching and for being an American, I guess, if you are an American. And just wanted to say thanks once again. And that's really all there is to it, folks. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. And please leave a thumbs up before you head out. It is greatly appreciated, everyone. So have a great night. Have a great day. And in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thanks, folks. And long live Donald J. Trump. Peace.